Hey, I'm Jay from Fairbros. This is Laura from Secret Beauty Garden. We're just having a wee chat today to see how she's been finding working with Fairbros since we partnered up with her. So, hey Laura,
Hi.
give us a little bit of background about yourself, what you do as a career, why you started the Secret Beauty Garden, and what it's all about, really.
Okay. Well, I've had the Secret Beauty Garden for 11 years now. It started up as a hobby, just a tranquil escape to go and hide and forget about your worries and your troubles. And then fast forward all these years, it became a business. And yeah, I still want it to be a tranquil escape to forget about your worries. But when it turns to a business, you need to realize it needs to make money for it to stay alive.
Yeah. And is that your passion, creating that tranquil escape? How did that all start?
Absolutely. I think, well, initially I'd been deported from Australia, not for anything illegal, can I just say. And I'd been a bit down in the dumps for
Right.
about a year. And then after a year, I thought, right, you need to pull yourself together. What's the next thing you would like to do? What would make you happy? So I was already in the beauty career, but I had this passion for uh, plants, essential
Right.
oils, fairy lights, soft, relaxing music. Just that place, you know, if you go on holiday and you feel like you're escaped from everything and
Yeah.
all your worries. So I just recreated that. The Secret Garden. I read the book when I was a little girl and just wanted to recreate that in real life. So it was just kind of me at the beginning, and then clients would come in, and it would help them. They would
Yeah.
come in feeling a bit rubbish, a bit sad, and then by the time they left, they were literally happy again. So I knew I was onto something.
It's a great feeling.
Amazing.
You've done
Yeah.
a great job. It's lovely in here.
Thank you.
Well done. What is it? What's your favourite part about your life and your career at the moment?
Um, well, first of all, someone asked me the other day, what what do you get stressed about when you're in the salon? And I could honestly, hand on heart, say nothing. Like, I work in a place surrounded by beauty and plants and essential oils and soft music. Like, how can you possibly get stressed surrounded by that? My stress starts when I leave here and go home. So that's the main thing I like being around. But then also, I'm a people person.
Yeah.
So I just love being around people. I know that I can make them happier if they're not. It's like a sixth sense to me. I just know. I just want to do it, and I know how to do it.
And that's what it's all about, making people happy. So the fact that you do on a daily basis is amazing.
Yeah. It's like a nicer version of being a nurse because there's no blood or needles.
Yeah. Moving on to working with Fairbros, we've been working on our sales and the management systems recently. What's the most positive thing you've noticed from working with Fairbros?
Well, this month, last day of the month today, is actually in 11 years been our biggest sales month. So we've actually smashed the target.
Fantastic.
And having the Fairbros um, systems in place have helped me really focus and hone in what treatments could help that happen. And I had the confidence to promote those, knowing that, you know, that would benefit the client, but also the business as well.
Yeah. So what's the most beneficial thing you feel now you're working with the Fairbros team?
In all honesty, I feel like I've got support. I feel like this is a bit cheesy, but like got some brothers. I actually do have a real brother, but now I've got four. So
Yeah.
it's just having, you know, I'm bouncing ideas off of people. I still do a lot of the work myself, but it's nice to know that if I just need to double check if something's just so, I've got you guys sort of
Yeah.
right beside me, and it's such a nice feeling. 11 years on, it was hard doing it all by myself. I remember you once said to me, teamwork makes the dream work. And it sounds a bit cheesy, but it's absolutely true.
What was it that motivated you to take the first step? Was there any pain points that stand out before you started to work with us?
Any pain points for me?
What was, or better question, what did you feel that was the motivator to take that action?
I just knew in my gut.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, about after we all shook hands, about 4 weeks later, I was clearing through some stuff at home and had written a bit of a diary. And there was a page that said, I want to find someone that believes in my dreams and ambitions and be my wingman.
Yeah.
And that's actually true. And I feel like I created it. I really do.
Brilliant. Now you're in the position you're in, you have that support team around you, you know your numbers. What's the next step for you in the Secret Beauty Garden to really continue to grow?
Well, sky's the limit, and it's nice working with people believe in that as well. Because before, I think, people that love you and are more emotionally involved think you're a bit nuts. They're like, okay then, good luck with that. So now, more salons, the training academy, and then the ultimate goal, the wellbeing retreat. So massive ambition, but completely know it can happen. So.
And if we were to peel that back a layer, what's the next big step for us to take? What do you feel is the next step?
Well, the first step is to get this beautiful big salon absolutely jumping 7 days a week.
Yep.
I think we've got something really special here, and I want people to come in and be a part of it and be made to feel better.
Yeah.
And then the next step will be salon number 2.
What's your thoughts on the action meetings that you do on a weekly basis with your manager now to find out what's happening in the business?
Yeah, I actually think they're brilliant because Lorraine is the manager who also helps with everything else going on in the salon. Now she has clear direction of what needs to happen to get to the next step. Lorraine's a passionate trainer, beauty trainer, but she knows there needs to be certain steps and goals to be met before she can be full-time training at the academy.
Yeah.
So we do it every week. We talk about our KPIs, what we've achieved that week, or not what I've necessarily achieved, but what she has achieved and the team have achieved.
Brilliant.
So she's, really focused, and she's getting better and better, and it's becoming habit at the end of the day.
Fantastic. And have you noticed any changes in her behaviour, how she's acting since starting the meetings?
So like the first couple of meetings, I'd have to chase her to fill out the form or help her with the blank bits of the form, but now she'll turn up at the meeting, form filled out. She's getting into a bit of a groove of what needs to be done, and also if something's not been achieved, well, how she's going to achieve it next time.
So how much has your management time reduced since you've been using the meetings? Does she come into the meetings prepared now?
Yeah, she definitely comes in prepared. It's less about me talking and me listening and then helping her.
And how does that feel?
It feels good because it's letting, I'm not necessarily the best at everything, so it's hearing their voice, but then for her to know she's not on her own, and I'll step in whenever she needs me to.
If you could give one person a piece of advice right now who may be watching this, what would that one piece of advice be?
In business or just in general?
Your choice.
Okay. For me, I would say don't try and do everything yourself. I was always too scared to ask for help. I was sort of I wanted to be, I don't know, I never wanted to bother anyone. And now I just always ask someone else for help, and there's going to be plenty of people out there that want to help.
How's business since opening up after lockdown? How are you finding it?
I'm actually really enjoying it. The first couple of days before we opened, I'll be honest, I was a bit anxious, I was a bit nervous. I think there was so many guidelines and rules in place, and we wanted to have everything just right. But I was very, very, very passionate about making people almost forget about it when they came in here. So there's a fine line of making people feel safe and secure with COVID, but also forgetting about it at the same time. So after my first client on our first day opening, literally felt better straight away. Take away the mask, it's just like normal. And clients, not one client has been upset about wearing a mask. In fact, they like that everything feels safe. But in the same respect, it just feels like a normal treatment. Because I think we were worried, do clients want to lie there with a mask for an hour? Yeah, they do, and they're not bothered. And it's our job to still make them feel relaxed and to forget that they're wearing a mask. And that's how I feel when I'm chatting, having a laugh. Because a lot of your clients you're so close with, and you're just having a normal chat with a friend sometimes. That's how it feels anyway. And you just literally forget there's a mask between you.
And I think one of the most important things for us to realise is now that we're beating these sales targets, we can actually help more people enjoy themselves at the Secret Beauty Garden. It opens us up for way more opportunities.
Exactly. And there's not as many people going on holiday at the moment, what with all the quarantine restrictions. So the theme here is Balinese, So I like to think I'm kind of taking people away, making them feel like they're on holiday.
Yeah.
It's very warm in those rooms.
Yeah.